congratulate this awesome power couple. Not only the first RVPs in our machine, but our first 50K earners, and the leaders of whatever it takes. And this couple does whatever it takes, and they are a power couple. So please help us congratulate the
Let's
awesome.
go!
Doing today. You guys do really
Unstoppable.
so good. Whoop, whoop. Up here. Yes. And because I usually do this through Zoom, can I click through Canva? Okay, perfect. I don't really need this, but I'll just keep it up. Well, we were here celebrating our RVP. Yes. Just not that long ago, and now I really can't believe this says 50K. Which is pretty surreal, and pretty soon it's going to say 200K, so thank you for putting that out there, Jamie. We are going for it, but what I really just want to encourage you, I see so many new faces, so many familiar faces, is that there is nothing special about what we're doing. Everything we're doing, you can do if you just stick with it. I love what you guys said. You guys came in and said, we're going to Hawaii. Like, there is nothing else getting in my way. We're going to Hawaii. And that's why you need to see your goals, your dreams, why you're here, why you come every Monday and Thursday, right? You got to keep your eyes on the prize. Hey, guys, see Liz here? So I know oftentimes when we sign that IVA, it looks like this, right? Like, oh, well, I'm going to go to Hawaii, so I'm just going to go to Hawaii, right? Or I'm going to hit RVP, so it's going to be this straight line. But raise your hand if you've experienced this yet. Yeah. Okay, yes. Us too. So again, I want you to know, me and you, we are not different. We just have to stay consistent, no matter what gets in our way, right? And honestly, if you guys have big goals, you have to expect opposition in proportion to your goals. Like if you guys see this house, it's kind of broken down and it's kind of raggedy looking. Do you think a thief would come in and take anything from this house? Does it look appealing? No, right? What about this house? That looks a little better. So you have to think of it that way. You have to look at your goals this way. Because if you're not really going for much, you're probably not going to experience a lot of opposition, right? John 10:10 says the thief comes to steal, kill, and destroy. It's not a broke house up here, right? He comes to steal and kill and destroy dreams, big goals, getting your family out of poverty, getting you to that next level. That's what he's coming to steal. So the bigger the goal, the bigger the opposition, I promise you. Because I was going to talk a little bit about that, but we have seen it all, right? The only difference here is, are you going to keep going? Are you going to continue to push and do whatever it takes, right? So, you know, the distractions are truly endless. There's always going to be distractions. It's up to you to let them stop you or to push through them anyway, right? So they're going to be endless no matter what you're going for. Maybe it's just RVP, maybe it's just division, whatever it is that you're going for. Maybe it's a test. You're going to experience distractions because you're going for something big. You're going for something different. And there's two types of distractions. Can anybody tell me what they are? First one?
The people around you.
Can't do anything about them.
Family.
Yeah, they're external. They're completely external. There's nothing you can do about them. If you had experienced a loss in your family, there's nothing you can do about that. Getting sick or getting a horrible diagnosis, you can't do anything about that, right? Teammates that come and go, you can't do much about that, right? You can only focus on you. We had a couple of new additions between the time that, 2020 hit, right? Like, yes, we could do something about that, but the aftermath, like, you can't do much. You got a baby that's depending on you, right? But you can't do much about that. And then the news and the media and just all this stuff that's set out to distract you. You can't do much about that, right? But then there are things you can control, internal distractions, right? You've got comparison, right? Like, I could easily sit in a corner and cry about why Jabari and Eddie are way faster at where they are, right? And we didn't. That would be easy. Who else feels that way? Come on. Like, I've been here, I've been coming for. It's easy, right? That's comparison. That's the thief of joy, right? Maybe you missed a goal. I can list how many goals we've missed over the years. Make a list, a long list. Maybe there's just a lack of focus. There's summertime, right? kind of here, right? There's like a lot going on. Maybe again you lost a competition, or you're just not really feeling committed, or your time is just slipping away. But the good news is you have control of this. You actually can do something about this, right? So instead of comparing yourself, focus on your wins. You showed up today, that's a huge win. A lot of people didn't, right? You showed up today. Maybe you missed a goal. So what? Try again. If you missed a goal, that means you tried for something. Many people don't even set a goal. Get back up, right? If you're not really focused, remember why you started. Why are you here? Are you tired of your job? Do you get reminded every morning, weekday, why it is that you're coming to these meetings, right? Why you're plugging in? Or you lost a competition. Raise your hand if you ever lost a competition in here. Right? Join the club, look around you. That just that just means that you're moving your business forward. It doesn't matter if you won the competition or not. You are moving your business forward, right? Your lack of commitment, you just need to decide to plant your flag. Ozzy and I had many conversations about what else we could be doing, mostly for me, right? Like, I don't know if this is it. We should probably get a job. And just even considering that, it was like, no, it was terrifying. And he would say, no, we're gonna make it work. He planted his flag and there was no talking him out of it, right? Yeah. So I had to get on board or not, right? And it was much easier to get on board. Yeah. So decide to plant your flag, and if it's lack of time management, you need to act as if like your life depends on it. Because for many of you, it does. I know for us it does, right? Because going back to where we came from ain't it, right? So you have to act as if your life depended on it. And the last thing I'll say is just you really do have to decide to do whatever it takes to reach your goals, you guys, okay? So that's my little tidbit. My husband here to bring you guys home.
It's different from in person than it is in Zoom. I'll tell you that. You know, just because it's super dope to be here, man. I'm excited. I'm super pumped up just to come back. I think we're gonna have to book our flights because every time we come, we get in a milestone. It's our book. Book it for next week.
Might as well.
Hopefully, right? Get 50K in a week. Let's figure out how we can do that legally. Legally, I don't want to get kicked. I don't want to get demoted already, right? But hey, man, we're excited to be here. Honestly, everything Dave's talked about, right? Think of this as a journey, right? It is really a journey that you have to embrace along the way, right? It's going to depend on your attitude. It's going to depend on your mindset. It's going to depend on how you respond when things don't go your way. That's really what determines how fast or slow you go in this business. And I'm gonna walk you through like what that looks like, because some of you guys might be on one of these tracks. Some of you guys are on some of these tracks, and sometimes you don't even realize that we're on one of these tracks, right? Because there's a destination. Who set a goal for the next 6 months, for the next month?
Yeah.
Set some goals? Y'all need to set some goals? Y'all need to set some goals. I saw a lot of hands that go up. So yeah, we need to set some goals. But I want to show you this, right? So I did a quick like Google search. I was like, you know what? How long would it take from here to LA? I just picked a random city, West Coast, right? I could pick any city. And if you walked to LA, it would take you from Lombard, from right here, 55 West, 22nd Street, it would take you 27 and a half days walking. See, you could go to LA walking. See, the thing is, that's going to take you 27 and a half days, a whole month. But you could do it, and you could get to LA. You could get to your destination. That's an option, right? So, next option, you could ride a bike. 8 days and 21 hours. A little bit better, riding a bike. 8 days, 21 hours. But guess what? Along the path, look at severe thunderstorms. Things are going to happen. See, regardless of which path you choose, there's going to be closed roads. There's going to be things that are going to happen along the way, and that's what's going to happen. You know, the reason most people aren't successful is because they quit when those things happen. That's really the difference between people who succeed and people that don't, right? So let's take a bike, right? Well, let's take a bike. All right, take a bike, then walk, right? So, but maybe I'll drive, right? Now I got all these different ways to do it. You see how these things come up? That's how life is. Well, you could get there, you could drive, but now I want to take the toll. Do I want to avoid the toll? I don't want to pay them tolls. You know what I'm saying? Like now it's like I go from 1 hour 4 to 7 hours to avoid the toll or whatever the case is. You can go this way, that way. And guess what? There's things along the way. You could get off the toll, you might get lost, your GPS don't work, whatever the case may be, you got a flat tire. All those things are gonna happen, right? See, you could choose to do that. Hey, one day, 7 hours, still better than riding a bike, right?
Right.
Yeah.
But you can fly to LA. And actually, you can fly multiple ways. You could go Spirit, it'll probably take you like 2 days to get there. But but you can go direct flight, right? Non-stop. You could make multiple stops because you want to save on something. You get what I'm saying? Are you willing to sacrifice something to get there because you're not willing to pay the price? Y'all follow me so far?
Yeah.
See, there's so many ways you could get to your destination. And there's so many ways, everybody that gets up here is going to be different.
Yep.
And sometimes we get caught up in comparing ourselves because they're taking, Eddie, Jabari, they going on nonstop right now. That's what it seems like. And we were the ones walking, but all good. It's okay. But guess what we didn't do? We didn't get off track.
Right.
We stayed on track.
Yeah.
See, the person that the thing that determines the vehicle, see, is you. See, that's the difference between going on an airplane and walking is truly you. Nobody's holding you back. You get to choose that. What price are you willing to pay? Guess what? Maybe walking's free. Ain't cost you nothing. It'll take 27.5 days.
You won't get there though.
You get there. You might get robbed, you might get run over or something, but you willing to pay the price to fly, you'll get there sooner.
Yeah.
Right.
See, are you willing to pay the price to get to where you need to get to sooner?
Come on, man.
That's all you need to do. See, what I'm talking about right now, I'm talking about getting to LA, but we're talking about getting to your next promotion, getting to your next milestone. You want to go to VP? That's the price you got to pay, man. I wish that it didn't come at a price, but guess what? I'm glad it does come at a price because I get to get the benefits of a VP that I didn't get when I wasn't a VP. But if everybody was a VP, the VP contract wouldn't be what it was.
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
Because I paid the price, and that's where we paid the price, right? So now I'm kind of going back, right? So I showed you that, right? And this is, they showed this last time, and this was a journey, right? And throughout these challenges, see, I wasn't the fastest to go to VP. I just want to make sure that y'all realize we weren't the fastest. The gentleman in the back are probably gonna do it like by the time we wake up tomorrow morning or something. But look, we started in October 2015. District. I couldn't even get my wife to join my business back then. I was a district, couldn't get her to join the business. I was a division. I don't think she really didn't jump out to like regional. But throughout the path, guess what happened? We had marriage issues, just like most people who have marriages. If you've been married, you've had some issues. I don't care where you at in your marriage, you had some issues. And guess what? If you're in a relationship, all that happened. Guess what we could have done? We could have quit. We could have been like, you know what? I need to focus on this and put my goals and dreams aside. And sometimes little things happen in life that we allow those things to put them in the back burner. And guess what? They're so far back we never get to it. Oh, I'll get to it tomorrow. Well, guess what? Tomorrow never comes. Because we're in today. And guess what? Throughout this journey, we had a bunch of kids along the way. So we had kids. We moved cities. Guess what? We didn't know anybody. But see, what people would have been like, man, y'all going somewhere? Y'all don't know anybody? Like, y'all crazy. But to me, I was like, if anything, that's an opportunity.
Yeah.
I don't know anybody, so guess what I need to know? I need to know somebody, right? I need to put myself out there. I got an opportunity, I was telling some fellas, I got an opportunity to reset. Guess what? I went there, I get to reinvent myself, I get to, like, nobody knows me, that's a fresh start. If anything, that's a blessing.
That's a blessing.
That's a blessing. Nobody knows me, I get to, as far as I know, I could be an SNSD, they don't know, right? Like, they don't know, right? And that's what we're doing. See, all the things, and we could have quit along the way. There was plenty of reasons why we should have quit. You name it, we went through it. But guess what? Now we're barely we're barely getting started though. That's the beauty about this. I'm excited because we're just getting started. We're not even where we want to be. Because you see that number over there? We ain't over there. We over here. Which is cool. I'm not complaining. This is a rite of passage to get over there.
Yeah.
Come on now.
Yeah. Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So look, was there one more? So my thing to you is you got to keep going. You can't let the distractions, you can't let the things that happen in life. Because guess what? Life happens. Does life happen when you have money and when you got money?
Yeah.
It's gonna happen. Kids gonna get sick, people get sick, family members are gonna get sick, family members, loved ones die. That's gonna happen whether you're where you wanna be or where you're at right now. Like, it doesn't matter. Whether you're working a job, whether you work for yourself, that stuff's gonna happen. But how are you gonna respond? So my thing to you, respond, keep going, and trust me, you guys will be the next ones up here. So that's it for me. I'll get back.